What is the deal with all the crap that we carry around in our pockets every single day? Is it necessary? I don't know. Right here, you're looking at pretty much all the items that I carry in my pockets on most days. I shouldn't say everyday carry. I would say most day carry. This is what's going on right here. In my back left pocket, I keep a neck gaiter such as this one. This isn't the only one, but it's one of my favorites from TRC Outdoors. Really, really handy, useful piece of kit that I use all the time. I use this for everything from covering my neck up from the sun, keeping from getting sunburn, lifting hot things off of the fire. My AC went out of my truck. I wet this down, put it around my neck, and it was like wearing a swamp cooler. It was fantastic. My wallet, my handmade wallet. I found an old couch that someone dumped off in the desert somewhere. I cut off some of the leather and I made myself a very simple wallet that carries just the essentials. A Leatherman Wave Plus. Now, here's the debate. Should I carry this or both? I don't know, right? The Leatherman, the knife is a knife and it cuts things, but it kind of sucks. It's a pain in the neck. It's not comfortable to use all day. It will definitely wear blisters and hot spots if you're having to do a lot of whittling for whatever purpose. But it is nice to have the screwdrivers, the pliers for sure. I use the pliers quite a bit, but it's not even the best pair of pliers. That's the thing about multi-tools, is they've got a lot of tools on them, but they're not the best at really anything. This one's big and heavy. It has all the tools that I want, but it has some tools that I never use on this. So it'd be nice if you could pick and choose which ones you want for the most part, but I don't really think that's an option as of now. So I'm looking for a different Leatherman, a smaller, lighter one that perhaps is not so cumbersome, but has the required tools that I want. I really like the idea of having just a small fixed blade knife, such as the ON3 EDC here from Bear Forest Knives. I've carried this knife for going on 2 years now, and it has been a very solid knife and has served its purpose really, really well. I use it all the time, almost daily. It is handy. It's very convenient to have the pliers and the screwdriver and stuff, but honestly, how far away am I from real set of pliers and a real screwdriver? I've got them in my truck. I've got them in my barn. They're always kind of close by, but this is super handy and super convenient. So I'm on the fence about continuing to carry this big, heavy thing. Maybe I'll look for something slightly smaller. A lighter. For most of you watching, starting a fire on a daily basis is probably not really a thing, but for me, it kind of is. Well, one, because I teach survival skills and it's sort of my job. Two, I burn a lot of things like paper products, garbage and stuff that we have. We don't have access to recycling where I live, so we just burn a lot of our paper products. And having a lighter, in a waterproof case like this is pretty handy for just the daily job. A small flashlight, like this one. This one is from Olight, and it is brass. It's a bit heavy, but I just like it. You know what I mean? There's sometimes, yeah, aluminum is lighter, and it's, perhaps better for an everyday carry type flashlight, but I just like this one. It's heavy, I get it, but I just enjoy carrying it, and sometimes it's just, you do you. If you want to carry the lightest, fanciest thing out there, that's fine. But I don't know, I just like the brass one. Now, I'll carry a tourniquet most of the time. If I'm wearing something other than cargo, if I'm wearing cargo pants, I definitely always have this in my pocket. Well, I shouldn't say always. Most of the time, 99% of the time, I've got this in my pocket if I'm wearing cargo pants. If I'm wearing something else, like I put on some fancy pants, like my skinny jeans that I wear out into town and stuff like that when I'm around city folk, I may or may not have this on me. It just depends on the situation. This is a rat's tourniquet. Not my favorite tourniquet, but it is one that fits in my pocket fairly comfortably and is easy to carry. So, but I've always got one of these close by as well. There's always two in my truck actually, and then they're scattered around the house and stuff too as well. So, not necessarily something that I always carry, but it is recommended because the #1 leading cause of preventable death is massive hemorrhage to some sort of extremity, and this can fix that problem. Here's the sheath for my knife. It is on a tech lock, which I find very convenient, and I have removed the secondary keeping device because it has been absolutely unnecessary, and it's just a pain in the butt when you're taking it on and off. It's a carrying device for something that I'm sure all of you are aware what goes in here. And I carry this most of the time. I would say 80% of the time I have this on me. Sometimes I will take it off depending on what I'm doing. If I'm having to bend over a lot and I'm doing projects where I'm going to be super sweaty or filthy and kneeling down, standing up, I'll take it off and I'll put it close by. But for the most part, I keep this on me. Carrying that thing is a burden. I don't want to carry it. Now, don't misunderstand what I'm saying here. I think I am very proud to live in a place where it is still allowed to do that. I'm still allowed to carry such a device to protect myself and my family, and I'm really grateful for that, and that's why I do it. But it is a burden I don't want to. Just like I don't want to lock the doors to my house, right? I don't want to lock the doors to my truck. I wish people wouldn't steal things. I wish there weren't bad people out there that would cause harm to me or my family. But unfortunately, that's the life that's the world that we live in. And it's important to me to have the tools required to stop that if it should happen. In my Wazoo cash belt, I've got everything from a signal mirror to backup blades, fire starters, everything that you can imagine. Flashlight right there, you can kind of see the outline of it. Flashlight right there. I've got a fishing kit, sewing kit, tinder, all sorts of things in here. Fishing line. I've got 25 feet of 400-pound cordage in this belt. It is chock full of survival gear. And in the cash belt, I actually have some cash money as well, because that is a survival item in an urban environment for sure. So do I need to carry this if I've got a fire starting implement in here? For survival purposes, no. But for convenience purposes, just burning like the paper products like I mentioned, this is much handier. Like me, I think a lot of you watching are of a similar mindset. We want to be prepared for whatever comes our way. We want to be ready at a moment's notice to take care of the problem. That's the kind of guys that we are. We're not the kind that sit around and watch the problem happen. We're part of the solution, not part of the problem. And that's why I choose to carry a lot of this stuff. Also have another fire starter around my neck right here. Back up to the back up to the backup. And as a survival guy, can you imagine me dying of hypothermia for the lack of fire because I wasn't prepared? I don't know if I could, I wouldn't want that to be my legacy. This right here is super important to me, and this is definitely part, I've never take this off ever. This is my wedding ring right here, and I wear it on a piece of 550 cord. Yeah, and I've got cordage here too if I should need it for whatever reason. But this is super important to me because as I was reminded in a video from my friend JJ, the most important thing in your EDC is what inspires you, motivates you to survive in the first place. This wedding ring right here is a constant reminder of my family, of my wife, the love of my life, the person that I care most about, and I would do anything to get back to her. I would do anything to protect her, and this is a constant reminder of that. And even if I was to lose this, it's still my motivation. Having the family, having the people that count on me is my reason for survival. And without that, what really is the point? Some of you will look at this and you'll think, that's all you've got? I've got first aid kits around my ankle. I've got, all the things. I carry 4 tourniquets on me at all times for massive casualties, multiple casualties. Okay, cool. And then some of you will look at this and be like, man, that's a lot of crap that you keep in your pockets. I would like nothing more to walk freely out into the world with nothing, just be like the wildlife, they got nothing but the fur or feathers on their back, and that's it. But unfortunately, that's not the way we were designed. We were designed with an opposable thumb and large brains to create tools that can help solve our problems. And because I care very much about the people around me, I want to have the tools to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. That's why I choose to be burdened with all of this stuff. Is it all completely 100% necessary all the time? No, probably not, but you just never know. Love to hear what you think about it in the comments, guys. Can I do without any of this stuff? Is it all necessary? What's the most important part of my EDC here? What's the most important part of your EDC? Leave that in the comments. Can't wait to see you on the next video. Hit that thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Come here. Come on, girl. We recently left and went on a vacation, a long road trip for several weeks, and Maggie had to stay behind. She jumped in my truck, and she refuses to get out now. You come.
Look, you've got a little pad.
Come here, Maggie. Come. You don't have to get out. Just come here. Maggie, come. Oh, come here, Maggie. Weird smile. Come on, Maggie.